Good evening, and I welcome you, students. We are going to start a new topic, force and laws of the motion, which is already on the screen. We will discuss a lot of things about it. We will be discussing important points about this. Before this, some workout is going to be there. Sit comfortably on the chair. Sit comfortably on the chair, students. Make sure that you are comfortable. Relax. Put a cushion behind your back on the chair on which you are sitting, and start with the Vastrika. Hold your hands like this. Inhale, exhale 10 times. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Okay, come back. Your hands, fingers open, close. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. All right, and your circles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anti-clockwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Neck, right hand. Stretch the neck to the right side. Feel the stretch. Remove any tension, any stiffness on the side of the neck. This will apply some pressure on the muscles. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to the center. Come to the center. Left hand side. To the left side. Push your neck to the, press your neck to the left hand side and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. Neck down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clockwise rotation 3 times, anti-clockwise 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Gentle, be gentle and good with the parts of our body. 1, 2, 3. Come back. There's some stiffness, some part of the neck, because the way we sleep in the night and the way we work, some problem will be there. So we have to release it. Shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Relax, relax. The 2 feet, your foots. Rotate them. Rotate the ankles 5 times clockwise, 5 times anti-clockwise. Ankles of the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come back. All right. Some breathing. Breathing is very important. Breathing techniques help us a lot to relax our mind. As there's a lot of stress, inside our mind. We will relax it. So what we are going to do, we will inhale from the nose and exhale by using Om Mantra. Om Mantra 5 times. Chanting of the Om Mantra 5 times. 5 times, students. When we chant Om Mantra, the belly will squeeze and it will be squeezed as much as possible. The belly will squeeze as much as possible. Release all the, exhale all the negative energies or tension. Okay. Sit comfortably, close your eyes. Close your eyes, inhale from the nose. Second round, inhale as deeply as possible from the 2 nostrils. Third round. Inhale from the nostrils. Relax your body. Everything relax. Fourth round. Experience the vibrations inside your body. Inhale. Last round. Inhale. Okay, come back. Normal breathing. Normal breathing from the nostril. Experience the sounds coming from fan within your room, and rub your two hands, rub your palms as heat is produced, healing energy is produced. Gentle massage your eyes, your forehead, your face, your chin, your nose, your neck, and your head. Come back and hold prayer to the God and the universe. Attitude of gratitude. Gratitude. We thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for the beautiful life and beautiful things we have. And we are working hard to do our best for our future career. Okay, slowly and slowly you can open your eyes with smiles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, come back. Are you back?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you relaxed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, students, be comfortable. We should have energy while we study to focus. Main thing is how to focus and concentrate on that topic. We will set up an intention for the day. Intention. Our intention that the first we are going to do today, our intention is that we are going to focus today on the topic of force and laws of motion. So we set up an intention and we are setting up a goal. We are setting up a target. Okay. In this lecture, we will study what is force, and we'll try to study different type of forces, balanced forces, unbalanced forces, and we will work out with some examples. So we are already clear what we want to do. Intention, set up a goal, and we will go for it. All right, get ready. Our notes are ready, students. So students, as the topic stands, force and laws of motion. My God, let us see what do you mean by force and what do you mean by motion. Interesting thing. And then there are laws of motion. See, the topic itself will explain a lot of things. Motion. What is motion? A body is moving. Why will a body move? If you throw a ball, what happens? The ball is moving. After some time, it stops. There is a stationary ball. You kick it. What happens? It starts moving. You are standing at point A on a road. You start moving. You start moving. What you are doing? How you are moving? You are pushing the ground. Are you not pushing the ground when you are moving? So how you are able to move? How things move? How an animal is running on the roads? That means, students, important that we are aware of the motion and we are aware of the changes in the motion. We have studied that an object along a straight line changes its position, its velocity, and acceleration. We have studied this in the topic of the motion. So the important thing is what is the cause of change in motion or change in state of motion, students. What causes the motion? As I said, here is a ball, student. Will it move itself? You kick the ball. What happens? It starts moving. And after some time, you find it stops.
This is your football. What has happened, students? Kick it, and then it stops at some point. That means you are trying to, a body is at rest, you are trying to move it, or a body is at motion, it is coming to rest. Supposing a ball is moving and it comes, and you stand here and just hold it, it stops here. You are stopped the motion of a body. But what is that which is required for a, for to change? What is the cause of change in motion or change in state of the motion? What do you think? What is the cause? Sometimes we change the speed of the object, sometimes we stop it, sometimes we change the direction of the object. What is the cause of this? Can you tell me what is the cause of this?
Sir, object may stop.
Object? What happens to the object? What we are trying to say, student, it is important that you will have to apply effort in order to change the state of motion. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If the ball is not going to, unless you kick it, it is not moving. You have to kick it. You have to apply effort, student. You have to apply effort. An object is on the ground, you want to lift it, you have to apply effort. So you have muscular efforts which you are applying at many times. So what is important is that that you have to push or pull. What do? There is a door which is closed, you want to open the door, you pull it. Another way is to push it, you push it. So what we are doing, what we have done, we have applied a push, pull. Either you are pushing or pulling, or hit, you are hitting the ball, for example here. Okay? So in order to change the state of the motion, and this is this push, pull or hit is what we call as a force. What we are saying, students, that a force has to be applied, a push has to be applied, a pull has to be applied, you have to hit something, then there is a change in state of the motion, state of the motion. Unless we do that, it will not happen, it will not happen. So this is what we mean by the force, student, that we have to apply some force on the object by means of pushing, pulling or hitting. Then only when the force will act on the object, then there will be change in the state of the motion. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to change the state of the motion of the body, we have to apply force. That is why we are talking of force and laws of motion. There are certain laws which govern this type of motion when you apply force. That will be studied in this topic. You are aware of the Newton, and you are also aware of Newton's first law, second law, and third law of motion. So only when force will be applied, the objects will move. If I have to move, student, I have to apply some force. Without that, nothing is possible. Okay. All right, let us see what we are trying to say. We have plenty of that. So we come to an important thing. Force is the cause of change in state of the motion of a body or an object. They say, what is the cause of the change in state of motion of a body? What is your answer? What is the cause of change in state of the motion of a body? What answer you are giving? Force has to be applied. It is a quantitative description of interaction. Force means there is some interaction, some push, some pull, you are saying, that causes a change in object's motion. Force can cause object to move or accelerate. What can happen? An object is moving, you apply more force, it will move faster. To slow down, an object is moving, you apply force to hold it, it decreases the speed, it slows down. To stop, or you can stop the motion of an object, or to change its direction, students, force is being applied to change the direction of the objects. You are familiar with the solar system, so how the force is being applied in order to Earth is orbiting around the sun, moon is orbiting around the earth. All this, there is a force which is acting on them. So students, without force, there will not be any change in state of the motion. If object is at rest, it will continue to be at rest. It cannot move. If an object is moving, it will continue to move till some force is there to stop it. Now you will say, a ball is moving. This is a ball, it is moving. Why it comes to rest? When I am not applying any force, it comes to rest after traveling some distance. What do you think? What has happened? Force has to be applied. What is the force which stops the moving ball on the ground?
The frictional force.
Friction. Because there is a force of friction which is acting opposite to the motion. So that force of friction will stop the motion of the ball. In the atmosphere, you have air, the resistance is there. Air also resists when things are falling, but since the resistance of air is very, very negligible, we are not considering it. So it will also apply a force. So we can say, student, force is push or pull that can cause an object to move, stop, or change the speed or direction. The greater the force, the greater is the change in motion. Gravity, Earth's pulling force. What is gravity? You are saying there is a gravity. You throw an object, it comes back on the earth. Why? Force of gravity is there. Force of gravity is there. It is attracting the object towards itself. Friction between two surfaces, as we have seen. The rolling ball stops after some period of time, after traveling some distance, because there is a force of friction between the two surfaces. They are common forces that work against motion. These are the two things which are working against the motion. Against the motion, important point. An object you throw upward, it reaches some height and then it travels back, because this earth is attracting. This is our earth. What it is doing, student, it will attract with a gravitational pull, the object falls back. So these moving objects are always opposed by a force of friction, which is a force between two surfaces, and the object will stop after some period of time. These are the forces which are working against the motion. Against the motion. Okay, some of these examples we are saying. Interesting. There are different type of forces which we experience in our everyday life. Basically, it is an interaction of one object on another object. One object is interacting with other object. That's what you are saying. Frictional force is there. These are contact forces, forces which happen by the contact of friction force, tension force, normal air resistance, applied force, spring force. Spring force, you know, when there are, which are those acting at a distance, forces, gravitational force, electrical force, magnetic force. Earth is attracting towards itself at a distance. Electrical force, charge particles, opposite charges attract, like charges repel. Magnetic force, you put a magnet, it starts attracting the iron filings around it. So these are the forces which are having action at a distance. So different type of forces we experience. Now students, here what is happening? What is happening? This, see, there is a trolley. And when will the trolley move?
When force is applied.
So this boy will push the trolley. So what he does, he pushes the trolley. When boy will push the trolley, it will start moving. Drawer, if you want to open the drawer, what you have to do? You have to pull the drawer. So when you will pull the drawer, what will happen, students? It will open. If you have a ball, hockey, You have to hit this ball, push this ball, then it will change the state of their motion. So all these examples show that force is push, pull or hit. ठीक है? When you apply this, which is a force, then the result is objects change their state of motion. Objects change their state of motion. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I don't apply any force, students, then there will not be any change in state of the motion. Rest will remain rest, moving ball will move, keep moving. So there has to be some force which we have indicated. From your studies in the earlier classes, you are familiar that force can be used to change the magnitude of velocity of an object. That is to make object move faster or slower, or to change its direction. We also force can change the shape and size of the object. Sometimes the force is not moving the body or not stopping, but it changes the shape or size. For example, here spring, apply a force, what happen? You can pull a spring rubber band. If I have a rubber band here, what happens? You can push it, pull it, rubber band, pull the rubber band, you know what happens. There is a change in shape and size. As the force is withdrawn, it comes back to the original position. Spring expands on application of force. If you apply force, spring expands. If you withdraw the force, what happens? It comes back. Right or wrong?
Sir, right, sir.
A spherical rubber ball becomes look as we apply the force on it. Here, I'm applying forces from two sides on a rubber ball. You have seen what happens. The shape of the ball is changed. So these are some of the examples, students, which we experience that what force can do. Not only it can change the state of motion, it can also change the shape and size of the objects. Shape and size of the objects can be changed by applying a force. So until now, what you see when you apply a force, what is a force? Is a push or a pull or a hit, which you are one object must interact with other object. So it can change the state of motion. Means a body is at rest, it starts moving. Then a body is moving, you can stop it. Then it can change the velocity of the body. It can change the direction of the body. Direction of motion. And it can also change the shape or size of the body. All this you have seen is a result of the force. So many things. You have seen how you expanded here the rubber bands or the springs. Okay, note down everything, students. An applied force is a force that is applied to an object by a person or another object. Here is a ball. You kick the ball with your foot. Is your foot, you kick the ball, what happens? Then it starts moving. Kick it. So is a force is applied by another person. If a person is pushing a desk across the room, there are applied force acting. The applied force is the force exerted on the desk by the person. So you can exert a force on an object, pull a drawer, open your door, push. That is an example of applied force. What is the force of gravity? Force which Earth, Moon, or other massively large objects attract another object towards itself. By definition, this is the weight of the object. All objects upon Earth experience a force of gravity that is directed downwards. the force of gravity is always equal to weight of the object. What is the equation? W is equal to m into g. M is the mass of the body, g is the acceleration due to gravity. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
So that is the force of gravity. Force of gravity is there. The earth is attracting towards the other object toward the center of earth. Any massive object, sun, earth is orbiting around the sun. These are all the gravity of the sun. So these forces are there. There is already a force of gravity, but it depends on the mass. Larger the mass, then more is a force of gravity. That is why we experience it. Okay. The normal force is a support force exerted upon an object that is in contact with another stable object. Consider this is my table, students, and supposing a book is lying on that table. Here is a book, student. This book is lying on the table. Okay? This is a surface of the table on which the book is lying. What happens in this case? The weight of the book is acting downward. Earth's gravity. Okay? These are the two surfaces which are touching. This is the surface, student, of the book, and this which are touching. The surface is exerting an upward force. Upward force in our force surface is exerting upward force upon the book in order to support the weight of the book. So this normal force is exerted horizontally between the two objects. So there is already a normal force M. Normal force is acting, student. Okay? So exerted between the two objects and are in contact with each other. For instance, a person leans against a wall. The wall pushes horizontally on the person. Okay. And you experience a frictional force is very important. You experience a lot is exerted by the surface as an object move across it or makes an effort to move across it. One object moves across another object. What happens? As the two surfaces touch, they offer friction. There are at least two types of friction: sliding and static friction. So thought is not always the case. The friction often opposes the motion of the object. Important. This friction opposes the motion of the object. For example, a book slides across the surface of the desk, exert a force of friction in opposite direction to its motion. As we have seen, if this ball is moving ball, what is happening? It comes to rest after some distance. Why? Because there is a force which is force of friction, which is opposing the motion. Opposes the motion of the object. Friction results between two pressed together closely cause intermolecular attractive forces between the molecules of different surfaces, as each friction depends upon the nature of the two surfaces and upon the degree to which they are pressed. So if the force of attraction will be maximum amount will be there when there is a very strong attractive force between the two objects, and also if the surface is rough, then it will stop faster. If it is smooth, it will travel longer distance. So this is an example of the force of the friction which you have seen. What other forces you are experiencing? Note down everything, students. These are different type of forces which are there. What we are studying, we will see mainly the push or pull forces and certain laws which govern the motion when forces are applied. Then you are saying air resistance is a special type of frictional force that acts on an object as they travel through the. If you travel through air, what happens? Air is offering a resistance to your motion, to any object. Any object which moves on the air, say it is moving up the air, what is happening? Then air will offer a resistance to the force will frequently will be neglected due to its negligible, because it is very small. The magnitude of this force is small, so we usually ignore it. And it is most noticeable for objects that travel at high speed. ठीक है, a sky driver downhill scale or for the objects with a large surface area. So when objects travel at very high speed or with a large surface area, then you will see skydivers. Those who are parachute jumps, you have seen parachute jumps from the aeroplane at a height of 24,000 feet.
Yes, sir.
How they float in the air and they open the parachute because the surface area is very large. Surface area is very large. So they experience all this. The tension force is that force that is transmitted through a string, rope, cable, or wire when it is pulled tight by forces acting on the opposite side. You have a string, you pull it. What happens? Then there is a tension force in the string. The tension force is directed along the length of the wires and pull equally on the objects on the opposite ends of the wire. If you will pull a wire, what will happen? There will be a tension force which will be directing along the length of the wire and equally on the objects on opposite ends of the wire. So this is our wire. So you pull it, what happens? If you pull it tightly from the two ends, what will happen? Then you will experience what we call as a tension force. Tension force. It opposes the pulling of the strings depending on how strongly these particles are. The stronger the particles are, more difficulty is to stretch it. More force will be required in order to stretch the wire which you have. Okay. The spring force is the force exerted by a compressed or a stretched spring. We have just seen what you have seen. You have a spring. This is a spring, students. Now what you do? These are the two ends. You either compress it or you stretch it. When you stretch it, what happens? It opens up. Okay? What you are doing? You stretch. This is our spring. And if you compress it, what happens? When it becomes more closer, compress the spring. You can compress. And you can stretch. Student, forces are applied like this. Forces are applied like this. And in physics, you will study for most springs. They obey Hooke's law. The magnitude of force is directly proportional to the amount of stretch or compression of the spring. This you will study in higher classes more about these springs. All right. So we are now having some idea that what the forces are and what are the different type of forces which come into play in physics, in science, which we will experience. Note down everything, students. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there are two types of forces. One are called balanced, another are called unbalanced forces. What is a balanced force, student? When two equal and opposite forces acts, what will happen? Force is a vector quantity. Students. If I apply 10 Newton of force in this direction and 10 Newton of force in opposite direction, what has happened now? 10 Newton, but they are equal and opposite. What is the result of this? This type of force, what we say? A force where two forces of equal size act on a body. Supposing this is a body. Now I am applying equal and opposite forces on this body. This is example of balanced
force.
So what will be the result of a balanced force, student? Will the body move to either side or it will maintain its position?
Sir, it will maintain its position.
So balanced force means a body continues to be in its position. It may be continuously moving with the same speed in the same direction, or it may be still in the position. If it is moving, balanced forces are acting, no problem. It will continue to be in the same state. If it is at rest, it will continue to be at rest because the forces are balanced. Do you know the SI unit of force, which is Newton? Here we have shown you that 10 Newton of force is acting. So what is the result of this on this direction and in this direction? So this is example of the balanced forces. The reason is that you are saying force is a vector quantity. Vector quantity. So if I consider this point to be 0 and on this side I consider to be positive and on my left I considered it to be negative. Force acting to the right, I'm saying positive. Force acting to the left, I'm saying negative. So this is plus 10 Newton and this is minus, what is this? Minus 10 Newton. This side, this side. Then what will be the net or resultant force, student, on the object? Minus 10 Newton plus 10 Newton. How much is that? 0. The resultant is 0. When the resultant is 0, what will happen? That is the example of the balanced force and body will continues to be in its original position of state or motion. Some examples you can see when two forces are the same strength but act in opposite direction, they are called balanced forces. A tug of war. What is a tug of war? देखा वो रस्सा खींचते हैं, कुछ इधर लेफ्ट होते हैं, कुछ राइट साइड पे होते हैं. You have seen men.
Yes, sir.
If the two forces are equal, what happens? There is no change in the position. Only when on one side the force becomes more than that on that side, you see. If people on each side of rope are pulling with the same strength, but in the opposite direction, forces are balanced. The result is no motion. The result is no motion. So this could be example of the balanced force when there is no motion in the game of the tug of the war. Tug of the war. All right. All right, student. Here we are showing some example. Figure 9.3 NCERT book says that a wooden block on a horizontal table. This is a wooden block on a horizontal table. Okay, two strings X and Y are tied to two opposite sides. This is a string X and this is a string Y. Okay, they are tied to two opposite sides. If we apply a force by pulling the string X, the block begins to move to the right. What I do first? X, apply X force, it will move to the right. If we pull the string Y, the block moves to the left. But if block is pulled from both sides with equal forces, block will not move. Is that right? If I apply equal and opposite forces, if I apply equal and opposite forces, ठीक है? If I apply equal and opposite forces, what will happen on the block? Apply equal and opposite forces on the block. What will be the result? The block will not move. This is the example of balanced forces. ठीक है? Balanced forces. 5 Newton force on this side, student, and 5 Newton force on this side. The what is the resultant?
Object will not move.
Resultant of the force or net force plus 5 Newton minus 5 Newton, 0. So what will happen? The block will not move. So this is the example of balanced forces. Equal and opposite forces are acting on an object. Okay? Equal and opposite forces. Then we say these forces are balanced and it will not change the state of the motion. Note down everything, students. What are unbalanced forces, students? When two forces acting on an object are not equal. 5 Newton is the force on this direction, and on the opposite force is 10 Newton. What will happen? The net force will be plus 5 minus 10 minus 5 Newton. So the object will move towards opposite side, this side. When two forces acting object are not equal in size, we say that they are unbalanced forces. Overall force acting is called the resultant of the force which we have calculated. What happens? If this is my wooden block, on this side you have 5 Newton, and on the other side I apply plus 10 Newton. What is the result? This force is more. This is 5 Newton. This is 10 Newton. The net effect is 5 Newton resultant. And what will happen? The block will move towards the right hand side. Right?
Yes.
Block moves toward the right hand side with a force 5 Newton. The resultant is not zero. Such forces are called unbalanced forces. So we experience, students, two types of forces in our everyday life: balanced forces and unbalanced forces. Most of the times we are experiencing unbalanced forces that will cause the motion. Kicking a soccer ball, what type of motion is this? If you have a soccer ball, you kick it. What is this type of, what is the example of this? Balanced or unbalanced?
Unbalanced.
Unbalanced force. Up and down movement in a seesaw. What is a seesaw? You have seen a seesaw? A child is sitting here, and one child is sitting here. What happens? This goes up, it goes up, then it goes up, it goes down. Up and down motion, up and down. Why anything will move up and down? Tell me. If the equal forces are there on both the sides, then what will happen? No motion. One force is more than the other, then what will happen? That taking off a rocket. Why will the rocket fly, student? There is a gas coming out here. Okay. What happens? It moves up. The gases are coming in the opposite direction. The force is on the opposite direction. The motion of the rocket is up. You have seen when the rockets fly, a lot of gases coming out, and the rocket shooting up. So the two forces are equal and opposite or unbalanced?
Unbalanced.
Which is more? Where it moves, this force will be much larger, so it will shoot up. Skiing along the mountain slopes. Now you are mountain slopes. You have seen mountain slopes. So what is the result there? Are the forces balanced? No. Hitting a baseball. This is your base. This is a baseball, student. And what you are doing? You are hitting a ball with this. This is a ball. What is this? Unbalanced. So where the ball goes? Turning a vehicle, the vehicle is taking a turn, student. Your car is taking a turn. What will happen? Direction is changing. And when the direction changes, what it means, student? Direction is changing. The direction is changing. That means the forces are unbalanced. An object is drowning If object floats, then there's a downward and upward thrust. They are equal and opposite. But if object sinks, what happens? Then downward force is bigger than the buoyancy or upward thrust. All right. Apple falling. Why should an apple fall? Tell me. From the tree. It is being attracted by the gravitational pull of the object. It is unbalanced force. Unbalanced force. So these are some of the examples. Note down. Sometimes they ask you what are the examples of unbalanced forces, students. Okay. An unbalanced force can change an object's motion. Very important. Balanced force cannot change the state of the motion, but unbalanced force can change an object's motion. Unbalanced force acting on a still object can make the object start moving. Unbalanced force acting on a moving object can make the object change direction, change speed, or stop moving. Is it right?
Yes.
Note down. So unbalanced forces. Unbalanced forces, student. If I have an object, you kick it, apply a force, then it starts moving. This was at rest, it will start moving. If it is moving, I apply unbalanced force, it will stop. And it can change the speed or it can change the direction of the object. Direction of the object was moving here, it goes on the other direction, quick it moves to the other direction. As you have seen in the games, hockey match is going on. What they are doing, kicking with the stick, where it goes, side, that side, like that, it is changing. For example, student, what happens when some children try to push a box on a rough floor? Okay, let me see. This is a rough floor. This is a big box. The box is lying on the ground. It is lying on the ground. You try to push it, is very heavy. Will it move? No. You are applying a force. Yes.
Yes.
But what has happened? Ground is also exerting equal and opposite force. You can see there is a opposing force. Force of friction. Force of friction. This is your force. And when the two forces are equal and opposite, then nothing will happen. But if you push more, so that your force becomes, this becomes more, your force becomes greater than this opposing force, which is force of friction, what will happen? The box will start moving. With what force? If this is 10 Newton and supposing this is 8 Newton, what will be the result? Resultant will be, what is the resultant? Plus 10 Newton. Opposite side, this acting on the opposite side, this acting on this side, minus 8 Newton plus 2 Newton. So it will move because the resultant, this is 2 Newton. What happens? Then it will start moving. Therefore, when unbalanced forces will act, resultant of the force will be non-zero. What will be the resultant? Not zero. When balanced forces will act, resultant will be
0.
zero. Then no motion change, no change in the state of the motion, but it will change the state of the motion because the resultant is not zero, and according to that there will be motion which will produce the object. Note down everything, students. Note down. They will ask you a question now. The question which is that question which was given to the student was question: what is the difference between balanced and unbalanced forces? Give example. One question. Second, what will be the units of the force which we are saying? Units of the force.
Newton.
SI unit. SI unit. We will derive a formula. We are going to derive a formula, and the SI unit is given Newton. And there we indicated the force is acting as for the earth, the force is m into g. What I told you, student. Okay. What we said, that force is equal to, the weight was given as m into g. So what is this? Kilogram meter per second square. That is same as force. So this is what we said, ki Newton is the SI unit of force. And I have used, just now shown you 10 Newton, 8 Newton. Why? Because that is the unit of the force. All this and certain important activities will also be done in this topic. Because the time is running out, I don't want to start a fresh topic, which will be the laws of the motion, that we will explain in more detail in the next lecture. So all we know, what is force? What is your answer?
It is a pull, push, or hit.
Pull, push, or hit. And what is the cause of the change of state of motion of a body?
Force.
Force has to be applied. How many types of forces we have shown you?
Balanced force and unbalanced.
Forces. Before that, we have experienced different type of forces. Frictional force. Why a moving object stops on the ground after some time?
Frictional force.
Frictional force. That is always acting. How you are able to walk on the ground? If the frictional force is not there, can you walk? You will slip around. And you can try this. Now, these forces are always opposing the motion. Always opposing the motion. Force of friction. And the force of gravity. Things are moving up, they are falling back. So these forces are always acting against them. You have a spring, you pull it, what type of force is there? What type of force?
Tension force.
Tension forces. So they try to come back. And you have seen what force can do? It can change it can bring an object to rest, it can move, it can change the speed of the object, velocity of the object, or it can also change the direction, or it can also change what else the force does?
In this state of motion.
What else? It can
In the
change the
shape and size of body.
shape and size of the object. So all these things we have experienced. All right, then we will meet you in the next class to go further more about it. A very, very interesting and important topic. And later on, we'll solve a lot of questions on this also. Already, we will see you in the next class. Okay.
Thank you, sir.